the main faction, any undead or demon. The main faction that would probably be closest to that is Ardent Mages. They are kind of like these masochists that like pain and magic and stuff like that. You can assimilate factions like these guys, Kashanji, that are demons, to help you. And you can also get Hounds, which are like these flying ghosts that shoot lightning. I guess that's all the demons and undead races, more or less. I'll show you the races in a moment. I'm gonna just do this a bit more, and I'm gonna save this for a future playthrough, and just show you a couple of the other races and all the options. Let's make the Glory for the Empire, and then another Borough. Oh, that's Central Market. We cannot make a Borough Street yet. Yeah, it is pretty nice and complex, but still fairly easy to play in my opinion. There we go. The end of the beginning. This is the main quest. Now we... is it up there? Yeah. Now we test them. See if they are useful implements of the Queen's will. Those that are shall become leaders. Those that are not are no longer useful. Journal of a Disobedient. They have grown strong, a bit at a time, waiting until they were ready. I try to find the place inside me with the anger and hate, but instead find thoughts of awe and of fear. They are grim, yet their words make sense. When they speak, I feel a thrill of what they might achieve. Their city is now a great fortress, and from here they will begin to move. They execute the plan they spoke of when they first crushed us. Build strength, seek knowledge, spread across Auriga. That's how it is with fanatics. A speech is not just words, but an oath, and a cult is happy to die fulfilling that oath. It is both terrifying and thrilling, and something inside me wants to be carried away on that wave of blind faith and utter dedication. For the moment, I resist. For the moment. How do you level up your city? Let me show you. Oh, necrophages are also a bit undead demon-like. More Zergi. Yeah, they are kind of like an insect race. They eat your enemies, basically. And they also raise fallen enemy units in combat to fight on your side. So yeah, those would be actually a good option. But let's see, we need to convert all the Hound villages in the region of Angrun and make sure the region's city is destroyed. We get titanium. So Angrun, I don't know where that is. That's probably an enemy region. So you level up city by building these districts. Here's the city center in the middle, and you need to build 4 of these districts. When you have 4 of them connected to one region, like I have the middle region here. This one, this one, this one, and this one is connected to the middle one. So it levels up the one in the middle, or one connected to 4 of these. Which also means that since I have these in here, this one is also level 2, this one is level 2, and these are level 1s up here. So if I make something like region here or something, this would also grow. So you need to build districts next to each other so that 4 of them connect. You can build districts wherever you want, so if I really wanted to, I could just make a row of districts that way. But you should have them pretty closely bunched, unless you need to really get some resource. Like for example this one here, Exotics, gives you a lot of food, science. So if I really wanted to get this one, I could expand my districts this way to get this bonus. Yeah, only cover max ground if you need the stuff on the ground. Leveling up the region is really good for happiness, and is it happiness? I think it's actually influence that you get, and bonuses. Anyways, leveling up those is really good. Level 3 is the max, I think, for a region, and I think you need to totally surround it with districts to get level 3. Necrophages are actually interesting option for that. Normally, I think it's half the amount of your city size that you can have districts. I have actually 6 at the moment, so at 14 size I can build the next one. Necrophages can have 1 per size, and they also produce a shit ton of food, so they grow really quickly, and they can cover up the map, and their cities are massive. When I actually played them myself, I didn't know how to really play them yet, because that was actually my first time ever playing the game, and I learned how to do that after that. So I'm actually quite interested to play them again and just massively abuse the fact how to just grow your cities everywhere. So let's do, like I said, I'm gonna show you the combat again. So here is a bunch of roaming orcs. These are neutral enemies, kind of like barbarians or whatever in Civilization or other same type of games. You have these neutral minor faction cities. Well, this is not actually neutral. Here's a neutral one, this orc village. They will every now and then spawn one of these groups, and it will roam around, try to kill your troops, kill enemy troops, and sometimes they even may siege your villages when you're leaving them unprotected. But anyways, so this is a random army. Just attack this, and you get this combat system here. You can choose your global strategy here, so you can go offensive. You give orders to your troops, and if they cannot do what you say them to do, they will try to do this global strategy. You can also change it in the combat as well. So offensive, they will try to attack. Defensive, they try to be on the defensive and hold position. They will not move. And you can do manual combat. You can spectate the combat, so you don't have to do anything yourself, but you can still see what the AI does in the combat, or you can just auto combat the whole thing and not see anything that happens. But since we are showing off this, I'm gonna do manual offensive. And these are my troops. If I had a city nearby or another army, they would show up here as reinforcements, as you can see. And I could actually select which ones I want as a reinforcement. The enemy can have the same. You can have a lot of troops that way. If there's a lot of big armies nearby each other's, you'll get a ton of units. So let's go, ready to fight. And this is the fight. It opens on the main map itself. So you fight actually on the terrain you see on the main map. It doesn't open anything else, like a battlefield or anything. And you don't just smash armies together like a stack of groups. You actually do this kind of combat. So first you have a deployment phase where you can decide where to put your troops. So I have a ranged guy there. Let's put the snake down here. The flyer is really quick. Spider up there. Boost guys. Let's put this in there. And that's a ranged guy as well. Hey Exaunique. Yes, it was fully released today. And a lot of us has changed. More factions, more stuff. Combat was totally real balanced, and a ton of new things have been added into there. So these are the reinforcement flags. Every turn, and here are the enemy flags as well. Every turn that these are not covered and you have reinforcements available, they will appear from these map points, and you can move them around. So that's my deployment done. That's my. You can see the purple area. That's where I can deploy, and that's the enemy deployment area. And we are ready to go. And the terrain actually does affect quite a lot in this combat. Naturally, we can't go into the water. Well, this is not the best example because there's not really anything in here. Those are forest tiles, and there's some in there as well. It matters to some people, like the wild walkers, which are basically elves, but tentacles in their heads. They get bonuses from the forest. Their hero has Forest Rage, which gives plus 50% attack or something when they are in a forest tile, so that matters a lot for them. You can also have like this is my main city here on this cliff edge here, and you have this edge here. Only flying units can go up and down through this. You can of course shoot down or use special abilities as well, but Otherwise, you have to go around whole damn thing here. So, for example, if I had archers just lined up here, enemy troops were down somewhere here or here, they would have to go around whole thing to get to my archer guys, and they could just rain death from up there until the enemy gets in there. So it does matter where you do combat as well on the map. This is the targeting phase, so there is 6 turns in the combat until the combat ends. If both guys still have some guys to live, it's gonna be a draw. But otherwise, on every turn you decide where to put these guys. For example, these are attacking those guys. This wine snake is getting healed by this rider. Here's my preacher. He gives this unleashed potential plus 10% each stat, and healing and flying. Okay, so you launch the combat and you just watch what happens. Initiative stat here affects in which order they do things. You have attack, defense, and damage stats as well. Speed, how quickly they move, and of course the health. And each unit has special abilities. Like this has 5. He's fast, moves faster, immune to winter. There is summer and winter seasons in this one. In winter you produce like no food, move really slow, cannot see anything, and all kinds of fun stuff. It's a ranged unit with a range 3. Makes more damage when it's point blank range. And what else? Also has extra defense when attacked. And each unit type has different special things. You can also equip these guys. So if you go to the military here, let's look at the Arpuja. These are these flyer guys that are my minor faction. And you actually can equip stuff on these. So they have a weapon, shield slot, or two-handed weapon in this case, and a helmet slot, armor slot, and accessories. So if I really wanted to, I could, for example, give him a one-handed axe and a shield, and he actually changes the model. And we can also give them titanium armor, a helmet, and a ring or 2. And these actually affect the stats and give more special abilities. So this one gives glory or death, gives morale per adjacent enemy, improved damage, plus 40% damage on a unit, really nice. And there is all kinds of stuff, gives all of these stats, and probably even more interesting interesting ones when you get deeper into the Tech 3. We're not gonna do that. You can also equip your heroes, which is actually something we should do. I have a hero in the city here. This guy. The cultists are kind of strange looking robot whatever dudes. This faction was actually made by the community. They had a forum thing where you could give suggestions for a faction, and then the best ones were voted, and then you were able to choose unit design, faction logo, and all kinds of stuff, and all of that was done by the community. And this is what the end result is. So this is my city hero. He doesn't really need armor or anything, but there is some gear that actually helps. Well, we could give him weapons as well, because, well, he may do defense at the city at some point, so let's give him a better helmet. What else? Yeah, great sword and a shield. This is a quest reward I got, a special shield. It needs titanium to make. Gives you 45% attack on the unit and 10% defense. It's really good. I have also this Wolfbane, the Shepherd. It's a special weapon. Damage, attack, defense, really good. And accessories. So for example, this one is a accessory for a city hero, plus 2 dust per population on a city, so definitely giving you this. And what else would you have? Army damage boost would be nice. Plus 2 science per... Actually, we can do that. I don't have a titanium. Regeneration. Let me actually see what this is. Recover 10 life per level after the round. Oh. Spin-off from Horatio in End of Space. No, not really extra unique. Kinto, I'm Finnish. But close. Yeah, Wild Walkers are 3 hippies. They are pretty much elves. This was actually also a quest reward from the main quest line. A really powerful accessory. 25 defense, initiative, damage, and also this regeneration. He would heal 20 points of damage every turn in combat. That is sick. And I could actually make that. I'm gonna save on titanium and make it for my army hero. This is just a guy that hangs around in the city. Well, I'm just gonna give him this book for money. And actually, let me go here. This is the marketplace. You can buy strategic resources, luxuries, stockpiles, which are not actually in there. These are sold by the players in the multiplayer. So if someone sells a stockpile, someone else can actually buy them. And you can sell other stuff as well. You can sell units as well. And they come here. There are centaurs available. Free counter, fast range layer block, and some minotaurs. But I came here for titanium. So you're gonna buy. My big penalty with this race is that I can only make one city in one region, and my region doesn't have any titanium, only glass steel. So I cannot get titanium, and probably some of these other ones as well, other than buying that from here. So I'm gonna spend a bit of money to buy 10 titanium. Actually, I'm gonna buy 20 titanium for my heroes. Now I can actually go back here, inspect the guy, and now we can actually give him the tome for more science, since it got 8 titanium. There we go. And there is a race that really uses the marketplace called Rowing Clans, and they can actually ban other factions from using the marketplace. It's really nice. Who need a titanium when if you have plenty of adamant? Yeah, Exonic. It's kinda strange actually that the adamantium is showing there, because I don't have a era unlocked yet to actually see where the adamantium is on the ground. Igloo larvae. I keep finding more and more new anomalies. I still haven't seen all of them, and I've seen a lot of them. So my construction is done here. I cannot actually do any construction anymore. So all of you guys, what do we need? We don't need money. Let's do science. Everyone do the science. Just make some Wolverines. Yeah. Like in a civilization, you have population that you can move around between. You don't actually put them in the tiles. You just put them to produce whatever you want. Like these are science guys. And some of these are from my own city, and some of these are from the minor faction villages. So when you get these to join your faction, you actually get free workers from those to your cities. I would like to find an enemy faction. I know there is someone is right there, the Draken. There we go. Ooh, that's a lot of orcs. 5 orcs, level 2. I'm gonna auto this one to make it a bit quicker, so we can check the other stuff as soon as possible. Couple level ups on the Driders and Preachers. Took a bit of damage. Let's see, one more needed for next era. Let's unlock something. +1 production with lumber mill on exploitation. Let's take that. Production is always nice. I'm gonna go talk with these guys up here. So this is a minor village that has not been pacified yet. So it's spawning those enemy armies that just attacked me. So I can go here and select the interaction with the city. You can just plain attack the village if you want. Like there's the 4 units in this one, so I would have to fight with 4 units and kill the city. Problem with this is that you need to do it on every village in the region, and they actually go broken. So you need to repair them to get anything useful out of them. You can just give them money. This is also city by city, and you get immediate pacification on that city. Or you can parlay, and they give you a quest to do something. In your next empire plan, don't put any influence in the military ministry. Set the economy and population ministry to its level 1 minimum. No. I'm not going to. I'm just gonna bribe them. Have money. And now they are pacified. So, if this was my own region, they would now be helpful. You can actually see that on the left there, on the bottom part, +1 from rebuild village. If you attack the village, you need to rebuild it to get the bonus. But if this was actually my region, or someone else's region, they would get the bonus now from this village. But since we are cultists, we can convert them with influence. So I'm just gonna go volololo on them and ask them to join myself. So we get a free troop here, and every 15 turns we get a free troop, and we get this bonus area. So 8 food, a lot of money, some production. Also vision. These give vision for you, which is also a really nice bonus, so I can see what's moving around. So I'm gonna go and get the last one from this region, and probably some more in there. I may have to get a boat to actually get to the other side of the lake there. Actually, let me see. Boats. There. Cancel that. Here's a shipyard. Unlocked ships. Let's get those so we can actually get to the other side here and see what they are doing. I should probably get the diplomacy opened as well before we go there. There we go. Enemy city. 8 size. These are a draken. These are kinda like a dragon looking race. So if I just cross the river, or this, whatever this is, in there, and we could try to fight them. You have reached a new research era of Age of Enlightenment. So we can now make tier 3 weapons. All units are now level 3 immediately when you make them. We found a blood crystal, grass silk, moonleaf, quicksilver, and titan bones. These are luxuries, and adamantium palladium are now showing. And we can also do empire plan level 3 now. And we have ships, and now we can so we completed this, you can still study these on the bottom tier there, but we also have this new one. So borrow government, materials hoard, +10 stiff fortification, medical center, imperial kennels, quite nice. What else is here? Smelting station. Statistical methods. Here's a tier 1 adamantium and paladin weapons. Dust depository. Ooh, that's a lot of money. That is a lot of money as well. Holy hell. Here's reaping stations and those for exploiting the resources. I'm gonna get that actually. I think there is some in my... Yes, in your empire. So let's see what's in here. Quicksilver in there. This gives a plus 100% experience on units and 10 happiness. Decent. And Titan bones. This gives plus 50% production on the cities. So these are the booster stuff you can do. They also now give nice bonuses for me. Expanding the city this way would actually be a good idea now. Shame none of them were next to the villages. Here's some blood. Palladium actually. Palladian. I'm actually quite sure these cannot spawn next to the villages. There is always at least one tile in between. I've never seen anything right next to a village. Yet, at least. Because that was actually one of the things I was wondering about this race. Because I'm stuck into single region. And if, for example, next to this village there would be a Palladian or Adamantium right there. And since this is actually my region now, could I build extractor there? But if there is never something next to these, I guess you can never get anything out of those. This would be actually a really good spot for a city. There's a quicksilver, mineral rich, spices, and blood crystals right there. And black dust as well. A lot of really good locations in that area. So I have a boat. I'm gonna talk to these guys first though. Hello. Tribe in this region doesn't want to negotiate now. Well, let's save some money next turn. And then we're gonna take a boat on the other side of the river. We could declare a war on that guy and see how that goes. And if it goes really bad, just move to the other race. Talking to these guys, bribing them, and then converting them gives me a free unit in here. Actually up here as well. Let's get new army out of there. Move down here. New army in there. Let's get some reinforcements if needed. Those ran out. It is a really nice hotshots. I've been really loving the game. So just cross the river there. Actually, this is one of those terrain things. Since there's this cliff in here, you cannot actually just go across this. You need to go around. So if this was all something like that, it would be really difficult to get there. They have actually built their districts kinda interestingly. They went all barbarics on this, it seems. So this is the main part of their city, and they just built the district snaking towards this earthen tower, because the happiness bonus is really good on this one. Instead of actually leveling up their districts. Interesting. We could actually use this as a reinforcement